They say YouTube can change your life, that you can go viral overnight, build an audience, quit your job, and somehow turn videos into a career. But nobody really talks about what happens at the beginning. When you have 0 subscribers, 0 experience, and honestly, no idea what you're doing. So I decided to test it for myself. For 30 days, I went all in on YouTube. I uploaded videos, spent hours learning how to edit, obsessed over thumbnails, checked analytics way too often, and tried to figure out how this whole thing actually works. And I'll be honest, the experience was nothing like the motivational success stories you usually see online. Some parts were exciting, some parts were exhausting, and a lot of it was just confusing. So here's what really happens when you start a YouTube channel from 0. The first thing I realized was how hard it is just to upload your first video. Not because recording is difficult, but because your brain keeps convincing you to wait until everything is perfect. Better camera, better editing, better ideas, better timing. I sat there overthinking everything before finally deciding to stop caring and just post something. The first videos were terrible. I filmed random YouTube shorts on my phone, edited them in CapCut, added music, threw together a thumbnail, and uploaded them without really knowing what I was doing. But when that first video went live, I was genuinely excited. Then I refreshed the page, 0 views. I refreshed again a few minutes later, still 0. No comments, no likes, nothing. And even though I knew it probably wouldn't blow up, I still felt disappointed. You spend hours making something and suddenly realize nobody even knows it exists. Then eventually I saw it. 1 view. That tiny little 1 on the screen felt way more exciting than it should have. It was probably me accidentally clicking on my own video, but honestly I didn't care. It felt like progress. After that, I told myself I had to stay consistent, so I committed to uploading every week, no matter what. That's when reality hit. Editing takes forever. Before this, I genuinely thought editing was just cutting clips together and adding music. Turns out even a simple video can take hours when you're learning everything from scratch, and thumbnails somehow took even longer. I would spend ridiculous amounts of time moving text around, changing colors, testing different faces, trying to make something people would actually click on. By the end of the first week, I had uploaded a couple videos and gotten a few hundred views total. Not amazing. But honestly, every single view felt meaningful because it proved real people were actually seeing my content. The biggest thing I learned during that first week had nothing to do with views or editing. It was this: starting is harder than continuing. Most people never upload the first video. They stay stuck planning forever. So even posting something messy already puts you ahead of a lot of people. By week 2, I started taking things more seriously. I realized uploading alone isn't enough. If nobody clicks your video, it doesn't matter how good it is. So I started learning about titles, thumbnails, SEO, keywords, and the algorithm. And honestly, it felt like trying to crack some secret code. I spent hours tweaking descriptions and titles, trying to figure out why some videos get pushed and others disappear instantly. At the same time, I finally started getting small interactions. A few comments, a couple subscribers. Nothing huge, but enough to make the process feel real. One comment just said, "Nice video." That's it. But seeing a stranger take time out of their day to write something on my video genuinely motivated me more than I expected. That's when I realized YouTube isn't only about numbers, it's about connection. Even when your audience is tiny, those small interactions make the process feel less lonely. But week 3 was rough. The excitement of starting something new wore off, and suddenly it just felt like work. I was spending late nights editing videos that barely moved. I'd compare myself to other creators getting thousands of subscribers in weeks and start wondering if I was doing everything wrong. There were nights I stayed up until 2 a.m. editing, only to look at the final video and still feel unhappy with it. But I uploaded it anyway. And weirdly enough, one of those videos got a small bump in views. Not viral, not even close, but enough to remind me that progress online usually happens slowly before it happens quickly. That small win kept me going, because at one point during week 3, I seriously considered quitting. I think this is the stage most people never talk about. The middle, the part where you're working hard but not getting much back yet. That's where most people stop. But once I reminded myself why I started, things felt different again. I didn't start YouTube because I expected instant success. I started because I wanted to create something. I wanted to prove to myself that I could stay consistent with something difficult. And once I focused on that instead of chasing numbers, the process became more enjoyable again. By week 4, I was exhausted, but also more confident. I finally understood my workflow better. I knew how long editing would take. I had a better idea of what kinds of videos I actually enjoyed making, and I started focusing less on random uploads and more on making videos people might genuinely enjoy watching. And slowly, things improved. My watch time increased, people started commenting more, some viewers even returned to watch multiple videos. That honestly felt crazy to me, because now it didn't feel like uploading into a void anymore. It felt like I was slowly building something real. So after 30 days, here were the results. I uploaded 6 videos, got around 6,400 total views, 129 watch hours, and gained 228 subscribers. Was it life-changing? No. Did I become famous? Definitely not. But it was progress. Real progress. And more importantly, I proved to myself that I could actually do this consistently. That mattered way more than the numbers, because YouTube teaches you something most people don't realize. Growth online is incredibly slow at first. Almost nobody starts with views. Almost nobody starts good. Most creators you watch today probably made dozens of terrible videos before anyone noticed them. You just never see that part. You only see the polished version after success already happened. And honestly, that's why I wanted to make this video, to show what the beginning actually looks like. Slow, frustrating, exciting, motivating, all at the same time. So if you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, this is your sign to stop overthinking and just begin. Your first videos probably won't be great. Mine weren't either. But every upload teaches you something. Every video improves your editing, your confidence, your storytelling, or your consistency. And eventually those small improvements start stacking together. The biggest difference between people who succeed on YouTube and people who don't usually isn't talent. It's patience. The people who win are usually just the ones who kept uploading long enough to improve. So no, my life didn't completely change after 30 days on YouTube, but something important did change. I stopped being someone who only thought about creating and became someone who actually creates. And honestly, that alone made the whole experiment worth it.